High atop Gallows Hill in Washington, Pennsylvania, stands a small brick building that inspired both curiosity and nonchalance by passers-by. Few residents realized that this unassuming structure played an important role in world history. In 1876, the LeMoyne Crematory was built in Washington on Gallows Hill. Dr. Francis Julius LeMoyne, with the help of John Dye, designed and built the first crematory in the United States. Dr. LeMoyne used a section of his own land to build the crematory due to controversy. Being the first crematory in the United States, several questions were raised. The first question was, why build a crematory in the first place? LeMoyne was a practicing physician who noticed people in his community were getting sick. They were showing similar symptoms to one another and dying from the same sickness. LeMoyne noticed that people were getting sick due to the current burial practices of that time. He was of the belief that matter from buried bodies was leaking into the water and streams, causing the sickness to spread. He proposed that with cremation, it would reduce the number of people who became ill by decreasing the contamination within their water.
With the mission of saving people of his community, he set out to gain support for the crematory. At first, Dr. LeMoyne spoke with the trustees of a local cemetery in Washington, PA, but they dismissed his request for permission as they did not see cremation as something many people would choose and support. Dr. LeMoyne even offered to donate his own money to fund the crematorium and donate land, if necessary, as he just wanted the public cemetery's approval. But LeMoyne did not let their lack of support stop him from wanting to help others. He used a portion of his own land to construct the crematory outside city limits. At just 30 by 20 feet, the red brick structure fit neatly onto the hillside above LeMoyne's home and office. Inside the crematory, a waiting area welcomed grieving family members and friends, separated from the furnace by a door. To test the effectiveness of the crematory, LeMoyne cremated 2 sheep. He insisted the dignity of the bodies being cremated was preserved. Each body was embalmed, then wrapped in cloth and put on the cradle. Then various leaves and twigs were put on top of the cloth, including pine needles and tree leaves. The people within the community were afraid there would be unpleasant smells in the air. So, with the various leaves and twigs, an aroma of burning pine would be the only smell permanently in the air. This would allow for the cremations to take place and not disrupt the community like many community members had feared.
In addition to preserving the dignity of the deceased, the cloth would be covered in hardening plaster that would sink once the cremation was completed. This would signal that the cremation was finished and the cradle could be brought back out. In total, from 1876 through 1901, 42 cremations took place at the LeMoyne Crematory, including LeMoyne, who was the third individual cremated at the crematory. A stone monument outside of the crematory honors him. Like other small towns across the country, Washington, Pennsylvania has many stories to tell. It is the first place in the United States to have a crematorium and helped change the minds of many on burial practices. Although he would not live to see the widespread acceptance of cremation in the United States, his daughter, Madeline LeMoyne, would go on to fund her own crematory in California. With one doctor's mission to help his community, burial practices were forever changed